ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I am previewing you guys the biggest game of the league so far this season. Of course, El Clásico de Clásico, América versus Guadalajara. And there you guys can see these are my predicted lineups for both teams coming into this match. Don't worry if you guys don't get to finish seeing and reading both teams. Right now we'll discuss them in a little bit more detail as we jump into this match straight away. So as my previous previews video before, the game will be simulated and be going on behind everything that I am saying. And yeah, I'm just gonna break down exactly what I think the teams are gonna go out for, what they're gonna be playing, and exactly which team comes in not only as favorites, but what we can expect from this game. Of course, it's a Clasico, it's a big deal. It's a game where each and every single one of those players that step out on that pitch will be definitely looking to win the game. So let's jump things with Club America's lineup. Now this is what I'm going for. I'm going with the same lineup that they went up against Cruz Azul. Marchesín in goal, Paul, Pablo, Bruno, Zamudio, Quintero, Ibarra, Edson, Uribe, Silvio, and Oribe. And the only reason why I say so is because Miguel Herrera did drop Guido Rodriguez for this match, so he's not in this 18 that are called up for the game. Now, for Guadalajara, of course, the big question is who is going to fill that gap of Rodolfo Pizarro. Now, this is what I think is going to happen. I think El Cone Brizuela is going to jump into that left side, and we're going to see Sanchez, Salcido, Alanis, Hernandez, like I said, Brizuela, Orbelin in that more attacking midfielder role that he likes. Perez and Gallito Vázquez in the midfield, El Chofi Lopez on the right, and Alan Pulido up top. Now of course the Chivas team a little bit more inflicted by the fact that Rodolfo Pizarro isn't gonna be able to orchestrate what he does in the midfield so well and what he has done so far this season. I think aside from everything that's been happening in Guadalajara, I think Rodolfo Pizarro has definitely been the player that really just cultivates and captures this team very well. So the ref blows his whistle and we are gonna get the preview right underway. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video, enjoy the game, and not only that, but maybe you guys take away something from this and really kind of get the gears going and get you thinking and get you excited about this game. Because of course, whether you're an American fan, whether you're a Chivas fan, or you're just a fan of football, this game is one to watch, and it's one that will definitely have a lot to take of. So let's jump in and talk about the home team, America. Of course, coming from that 3-1 victory against Cruz Azul, I think that's a Clasico Joven. They're gonna feel happy. They're gonna be, they're gonna feel pretty confident coming into this game. You're at home in front of your own fans. You just won a big game against Cruz Azul, so things are looking up for El Piojo's team. The only worrisome part about this is that maybe they come into this game with a little bit too much confidence, and by doing so, it could mean that they could get a poor result here. Now, virtually speaking, Chivas is possibly out of the Liga already. Who knows? Things might change and they might find a way in, but for the most part, it looks like the season's lost for them. But it's not for America. They still have so much to fight for, and it looks like first place is going to be a little bit impossible because Monterrey have that almost locked up. But second place will be crucial for America. Looking at this Liga, it's going to be important for them to try to cement that position, only because it's going to be important when you have those games where you finished on top of the table, and the more you progress, the better chances there is for you to just kind of have that dominant position up in the table that will definitely help you. So I think America needs to look at it at that point. They can't drop any points at home, and especially you're finding rhythm. The team's playing well. Some of these players are finding form, like not only Oribe Peralta, who's been doing so for such a good time and will maybe continue to do so, but Darwin Quintero too. So I think America cannot slip up and let Chivas win this game, only because they need that momentum to carry them through into the Liga. Now, a side note from that, want to go back a little bit into the talk about the formation. Like I mentioned, Miguel Herrera did leave Guido Rodriguez out of the convocatoria. So it does mean that out of the 18 players he chose, the 9 players that are going to be foreign are going to be the 9 players that he chose against Cruz Azul. So Guido, respectively, gets dropped and will not be seeing any action in the Clasico, and I think it's rightly done so by Miguel Herrera. I think the team's played well, even with the absence of Guido at times, and he's had his opportunities, don't get me wrong, he's looked great in an America shirt, but I think that there's a lack of discipline there from the guy, and I think he needs to find and really show that this is serious. He can't be getting red card after red card. I mean, we saw that with Sambuesa, and while Sambuesa was a key icon in this America team, there wasn't really the sense of he had that much discipline, and it carried to him to getting transferred. So I think Guido needs to be smart about how he goes about things, how he really he keeps a cool head, and he just needs to realize that he's a very important player, and you count on players like that to really keep their head not only calm but to do the right thing as a professional and not really get yourself booked in the first half and leave your team trailing by one man, and it's just not ideal. So I think Miguel Herrera did well to sideline him and tell him, hey, you know what, you're gonna miss this big game, and hopefully Guido comes back even better, even stronger after seeing that his recklessness is leaving him out of playing. So hopefully that will put some sense into him. But for the most part, I wouldn't be surprised if Miguel Herrera, instead of putting Renato Ibarra, puts in Cecilio Dominguez. Now, I know a lot of you might question that, and a lot of you might think I'm a little crazy, especially those who are America fans and know that Cecilio lately has not found form, let alone has even looked like a former self of himself. But the reason why I say that is because I think Miguel Herrera would be smart enough to put Cecilio Dominguez in. Who knows? Maybe Cecilio has an amazing game. But I think that towards the 69th, 75th minute of the match, you bring on Renato Ibarra and just use and abuse his speed against maybe a tired and, fragile defense of Guadalajara in the second half. I think I could see that going for Miguel Herrera as well. But for the most part, I think the same lineup that beat Cruz Azul and started is going to be the same lineup that goes up against Guadalajara. I highly doubt he will tinker with it much, let alone, just, put on different players. But for the most part, I think that's how it's going to go. Let's see. Everything else that I mentioned, I think it's pretty good. Now I want to move and shift towards Guadalajara. Now, a team that this season went nothing in comparison to last season. I think this team definitely has a lot to respond, has a lot to answer. They're the defending champions, and now with the possibility of them not going to the Liga, their eternal rival America, who is level with championships. So I mean, it could look very, very bad for Guadalajara in the meantime. I think a lot of players have a lot of questions to answer. I think Matias Almeida has a little bit to be questioned about as well. And I think now really the only thing that could really salvage a poor season like this would be to try to get at least 3 points at the Azteca, kind of just rain on America's parade. And I think that's what Guadalajara is going to do. I think that's what they're going to be doing. I think that's what they're going to be looking for. And they're going to be set up a little bit weaker than what they usually are. I think the most weakest link that they're going to have is definitely going to be in the back. I think they're going to miss Rodolfo Pizarro a lot. He was the one that kind of orchestrated and moved a lot of pieces around in the midfield. Now, don't get me wrong, Orbelín's a great player, and I think that, he shows a lot of his potential and his attacking abilities when he is in that central attacking role. But I think when Pizarro kind of takes over, that not only does he have quality and experience and above a little bit more talent, but I think that he can. I don't know. This season he's really been that key player for Guadalajara, and unfortunately, like Guido Rodriguez, who couldn't keep a calm head. I think I think now it's Pizarro's turn to kind of just reflect on that, and he's gonna miss a big game, and I know the fans and the team are definitely gonna miss him. So I think Guadalajara though have a very good opportunity to kind of give an upset here. Whether or not they'll do so is up to them. At this point, it could go either two ways. They can say, you know what, lads, this is an opportunity for us to really rain on the parade of America, or this is just another game. Our season's practically done. Let's just get the game over with. Win or lose, no matter what's going to happen, we're still not in the Liga. So we're going to see what mentality Guadalajara come in with. We're going to see what their mindset is for the game, and we'll have to wait and see. I expect the game to be a very tight game. I doubt there'll be an opening goal right away. Whether that does happen would be actually good for the game. Not only would it mean that the game would open up, it would mean that there'd be a little bit more fluidity, and this would definitely be a Clasico to remember if we do get an early goal, depending on which team gets it first, of course. But for the most part, I think I've covered what I wanted to talk about. I think at the end of the day, the result will go to the team that is a little bit more venturous, and at the end of the day, the team that wants it the most is definitely going to get it. There is a good possibility that this game could end in a draw, but I highly doubt it. I think America is going for all 3 points, and Guadalajara will definitely try to upset America in whatever way possible. So it should be interesting. I think for America's part, the player that is in form and the player that I think will definitely be getting most of the ball will definitely have to be Darwin Quintero. He's been absolutely amazing. It looks like Darwin has completely changed to be a whole new Darwin, and it would be interesting to see exactly what happens and how it is that he goes about this, and hopefully he can continue his good run of form. I think seeing this Darwin is not only a spectacle for the America fans, but it's a spectacle for everyone who enjoys the Liga MX and everyone who really just can really get behind the Colombian. I think with the kind of potential and talent that he has, he can definitely go back to being one of the, if not the best players in Liga MX. So I think that's something great for him, and I think that at the end of the day, if he can link up well with his compadre Cepillo Peralta, at the end I think America has the most potent attack, and whether or not they realize it is going to be up to the players themselves. So yeah. Now I want to see what do you guys think. Let me know in the comment section down below, or let me know on Twitter. Let me know, how do you guys think this game is gonna go? How do you think this game is gonna end? You guys going for an America win? You guys going for a Chivas? You guys going for a draw? Let me know. What do you guys think? What do you guys expect? And just in general, what do you guys want to see in this game? Hopefully, some of my key points have hit a little bit of something, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. Now there's a little bit more minutes left. I just want to talk about the game itself. So as you guys can see throughout the whole time while I was talking, the game was a very tight game. It's a very close game, but it was a game that was going a lot of back and forth. And at the end of the day, it looked like America and Chivas were going to draw this game. America was pushing. There you guys can see that on Quintero. The man that I talked about, the man that we need to see be on good form, is going to be giving us a spectacular look. Oribe Peralta tries to take a shot, goes absolutely wide. Now, at that point, I thought, well, the game ends 0-0. There really doesn't seem to be any other option here. But look at this great lead from Edson Alvarez. Gives it off to Oribe Peralta. Oribe then gives it off to Darwin. Darwin with a great feint, and then Darwin with an absolutely amazing finish to the upper corner. Just absolutely amazing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is what a Clasico is all about. The last minute, the last few seconds, the last dramatic moment for a victory. America do seem to be heading with all 3 points in this simulated match. And will they take all 3 points in the real one? We'll have to wait and find out. But there you guys can see a beautiful strike by Darwin Quintero, the man that has been on form. Absolutely amazing. There you guys can see Rodolfo Cota was not happy with that. And while it looks like Chivas was going to get something out of this game in the simulation version, it didn't seem so. Darwin Quintero, of course, saying no, scoring a wonderful goal. And absolutely, literally, last second of the match, the referee now blows the whistle, and that concludes this preview video. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys did. Let me know what your predictions are gonna be, and if you guys did enjoy this, subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more Liga MX content coming your guys' way. Of course, the Club America career mode video will be back up very soon. But in the meantime, I hope you guys did enjoy this. I hope you guys, I hope you guys watched the game. I hope you guys are ready. It should be quite a spectacular game. And if you guys are, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know on Twitter if you guys are going to be definitely watching. If you guys haven't done so, follow me there. I will be tweeting about the game. So, yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video like I've mentioned plenty of times. And, until next time, guys, take care.